Good day, everyone. Welcome to another video on Physics for Engineers. So, in this video, I will be giving some examples on kinematics in two dimensions. So, sample problems tayo. So, in this video, problems will be on adding vectors by components, and solving projectile motion problems. So, I think may dalawang example sa vector components and isang example sa projectile motion. So, let's get to it. First, so adding by vector components, may dalawang method tayo dito. So, una is yung tail to tip method and pangalawa is yung parallelogram method. So, in tail to tip method, what you do is, say you have here vector 1 and vector 2 and you want to add them. What you do is you draw the first vector, and then after drawing this first vector, draw the tail. So, tail of the second vector. So, ito yung tail ng vector 2 from the tip of the first vector. So, mag-start yung tail ng vector 2 sa tip ng vector 1. So, ito yung tip ng vector 1 and ito yung tail ng vector 2. And then, after drawing vector 2, you may draw the resultant vector, so vector r, from the tip of vector 1 from the tail of vector 1 to the tip of vector 2. So, ito yung ating resultant vector. Sa tail to tip method, walang effect yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng vector. So, say for example, pag drawing mo yung itong vector 2 muna, and then you draw vector 1 from the tip of the vector 2, yung tail ng vector 1, and draw natin yung tip ng vector 1. So, say ito yung vector 1 natin. Pag kinuha natin yung resultant vector, so VR, so V resultant right here, same pa rin yung magnitude ng VR and yung direction ng VR. So, in adding using tilt-tip method, walang effect yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng pag-drawing ng vectors natin. So, kahit unahin mo yung V1 or V2. And then, isa pang bagay sa tilt-to-tip method, pag tilt-to-tip method yung ginamit natin for adding vectors, ay pwede tayong mag-add ng higit sa dalawang vector lang. So, say for example, meron tayong ditong vector 3. So, let's say, ito yung direction ng vector 3. So, ang magiging drawing nito is vector 1. So, sunod-sunurin na rin natin. And then, vector 2. Vector 2. Sorry. Vector 2. And then, vector 3. So, vector 3. And then, magiging resultant vector is this one. So, VR. So, ganito siya. And, kagaya ng sinabi ko, walang effect kung ano yung inuna mong drawing. Say, for example, drawing mo na yung vector 3. And then, pabaliktad mo siya drawing. Same pa rin yung magnitude at direction ng resultant vector in tail to tip method. Next, we have here parallelogram method. So, parallelogram method is drawing mo yung dalawang tip or tail sa iisang lugar. So, parehong ito yung tip ng vector 2 tsaka vector 1. So, same yung paglalagyan mo ng tail nila, and then drawing nyo yung vector. So, vector 1, ito yung drawing, and vector 2 is ito yung drawing. So, ang gagawin nyo sa parallelogram method is project nyo yung vectors mula sa tip ng isang vector. So, say for example, yung vector 1, ipro-project mo siya mula sa tip ng vector 2. So, ito yung projection ng vector 1. And then, Sa vector 2, ipro-project mo siya naman sa tip ng isang vector which is yung vector 1. So, ito yung projection ng vector 2. And then, para makuha nyo yung resultant vector is i-drawing nyo yung mula sa tip ng dalawa papunta sa intersection ng projection ninyo. So, ito yung kanyang intersection. So, this one is the intersection mula sa tip ng dalawa papunta sa intersection ng mga projection ninyo. So, yun yung parallelogram method. Sa parallelogram method, dalawang vector lang yung pag-a-add ninyo. So, pag more than 2 vectors, ang gawin nyo na lang is kunin nyo yung resultant vector ng unang dalawa and then yung resultant vector, i-add nyo yung susunod na vector dun sa resultant vector na yun. Or, mas madali, gamitin nyo na lang yung tail to tip method. So, pag dalawa lang, okay lang itong parallelogram method. So, ito, meron tayong wrong way dito. So, nag-drawing nga siya ng parallelogram. Pero, ang ginawa naman is mula sa tip nung vector 1, drawing, papunta sa tip ng vector 2. So, dapat mula sa tail nung dalawa papunta sa intersection nung projection ng dalawang vector. So, dapat ganito siya. So, hindi masyadong straight yung drawing. So, basta na-get nyo yung idea. Okay, so we now have here an example. So a rural mail carrier leaves the post office and drives 22 kilometers in a northerly direction. She then drives in a direction 60 degrees south of east for 47 kilometers. So what is her displacement from the post office? So establish lang muna natin yung mga positive and negative directions natin. Sorry. So, let's establish yung mga kung saan yung positive direction and negative direction natin. So, para sa problem na to, northern direction will be positive, meaning yung kabaliktaran niya, south will be negative. So, west will be negative and then east will be positive. So, ang sabi dito, nag-drive siya 20 kilometers northerly. So, north 22 pala. So, 22 kilometers. So, para sa problem na to, ang gagamitin na lang natin since dalawa lang yung given is parallelogram method. So, project tayo. So, from the tip, so ito yung tip ng vector 1 natin which is 22 kilometers to the north. And then, nag-drive daw siya 60 degrees south of east. So, ito. 60 degrees south, nagpa-south mula sa east. And then, for 47 kilometers. So, ito is 47 kilometers. So, para dito is gagawin natin, ipro-project natin yung unang vector. So, vector 1 mula sa tip ng vector 2. So, project lang natin. And then, project natin mula sa tip ng vector 1 yung vector 2. So, ito. So, mag-meet sila somewhere right here in this point. And then, drawing natin yung ating resultant vector from the tail of the two vectors. Sorry. Tail of the two vectors papunta sa intersection ng dalawang vector. So, this one will be the resultant vector. So, ang gagawin natin dito is para makapag-add tayo, kailangan natin kunin yung x and y components ng dalawang vectors. So, ang magiging equation natin dito is yung vector r will be equal to the square root of the x component of vector r squared plus the y component of vector r squared. So, square root. So, kailangan natin makuha yung x component ng vector r and yung y component ng vector r. And to do that is kailangan muna natin kunin yung x and y component ng vector 1 and vector 2. So, una sa vector 1, so v1 is equal to 22 kilometers to the north. So, v1x muna is 0. Kasi to the north lang yung direction niya, wala siyang x component. So, v1y will be equal to, so, to the north, so meaning positive. So, 22 kilometers. So, para dito naman sa pangalawang vector, so vector 2, 47 kilometers, ang kanyang x component is ito. I-project natin from the tip or from the tail to the ito siya. Hindi makita. Wait lang. Palitan natin yung pen natin to color green. So, ito yung magiging x component ng vector 2 and then ito yung kanyang y component. Vector 2, y. So, ayan. So, para makuha natin yan, so vector 2x, so vector 2x will be equal to, so asa yung angle natin na 60 degrees, ito. So, pwede natin siyang i-project. Wait lang. Pwede natin project yung vector 2y dito. So, v2y. So, ito yung angle natin na 60 degrees. So, vector 2x will be equal to, so 2x is positive kasi to the east siya, 47. So, adjacent siya sa angle natin. So, cosine 60 degrees. So, vector 2x will be equal to, calculator nyo na lang, 23.5 kilometers. Next, we have vector 2y. So, vector 2y will be equal to, so, southward yung direction ng ating vector 2y. So, nagpa-south siya. So, meaning, negative dapat ito. And, ang value niya is 47. And then, nasa opposite siya nung angle natin. So, sine of 60 degrees. And calculator nyo na lang, value niya will be 40.7 kilometers. So, ngayon, pwede na nating makuha yung vector rx, which is equal to vector 1x plus vector 2x. And then, para sa vector y, so vector ry will be equal to vector 1y plus vector 2y. So, gawin natin siya dito na lang sa next page. So, para sa vector rx, this one will be, so displacement rx will be 0 para sa ating vector 1x and then positive 23.5 kilometers para sa ating vector 2x. So, vector Rx will be equal to 23.5 kilometers. So, para sa ating vector y, this one will be equal to, so, vector 1y was 22 kilometers to the north, so positive to, plus ang ating vector 2y was negative, so to the south siya, 40.7 kilometers. So, adding this, you will get negative 18.7 kilometers. So, para makuha natin yung vector r, so vector r will be equal to, ang makukuha lang natin sa vector r nga pala is yung magnitude pa lang niya. Kailangan natin i-solve yung direction mamaya. So, vector r will be equal to square root of, so vector rx, 23.5 squared, so plus negative 18.7 squared. So, vector r, magnitude niya will be equal to, so calculator nyo na lang, 30.0 kilometers. So, hindi pa to yung ating final answer. Ang tinanong dito is yung displacement. So, kailangan natin yung direction niya. So, displacement, kailangan ng direction. So, to get the direction, so tangent theta is equal to, so vector ry over vector rx. So, this one will be, tangent theta will be equal to, so vector ry was negative 18.7 over vector rx, 23.5 kilometers. So, solving for theta, so theta will be equal to arctan of negative 18.7 over 23.5. So, solving for theta, we will get negative 38.5 degrees. So, negative meaning ang kanyang direction mula sa ating x-axis. So, from x will be downwards. Sorry. So, downwards. So, ito yung magiging angle natin na 38.5 degrees. And ito yung magiging itsura niya mula sa starting point. So, ang ating displacement will be, so vector r will be equal to 30.0 kilometers. Kanyang direction is 38.5 degrees. Sorry, wala dapat itong arrow. So, kanyang direction ay ito. So, 38.5 degrees. Or you may write it as 30.0 kilometer. So, 38.5 degrees south of east. So, ito yung final answer. So, or. So, pwedeng sulat nyo as this way or this way. So, para sa mga exams and quizzes nyo siguro, south of east yung pagkakasulat kasi hindi naman natin may susulat ito sa MVLE ninyo. So, next, example on adding vectors by components. So, we have here an airplane trip involves 3 legs. So, with 2 stopovers, the first leg is due east 620 kilometers. The second leg is due south of east, 45 degrees for 440 kilometers, and the third leg is 53 degrees south of west for 550 kilometers. So what is the plane's displacement? So meron tayo ditong given. So una, first leg is 620 kilometers east. Second leg is 440 kilometers, 45 degrees south of east. So 45 degrees will be ito, south of east, 45 degrees. And then third leg is 550 kilometers, 53 degrees south of west. So ito yung ating 53 degrees. So ang method nga pala ng pagsosolve natin dito is hindi na parallelogram method, tail to tip method na kasi more than 2 vectors na siya. So 3 vectors na itong given natin. So para sa tail to tip method, drawing natin yung tail ng susunod na vector mula sa tip nung last vector. So itong tail ng vector 2 is it started from the tip of the vector 1. Ganon din sa vector 3, yung tail niya nag-start mula sa tip nung vector 2. And then, para sa pag-drawing natin ng ating resultant will be from the tail. So, mula dito sa tail ng vector 1, papunta sa tip ng vector 3. So, sulat nga pala muna natin yung given dito. So, 620 kilometers ito. And then, this one right here is 440. And then, this one right here is 550 kilometers. km. And km. So, ang resultant vector will be this one. So, let's call this vector R. So, para ma-solve natin ito, kailangan natin ng mga components ng mga vector natin. So, gamit na lang ako ng ibang kulay. So, let's say ito. Project natin siya mula sa tip. So, mula dito sa tip nung wait lang. Color blue na lang gamitin natin para as colorful. So, ito, mula dito sa tip, papunta sa project natin ito sa somewhere dito. And then, so, ito, yung vector 2, x, and then this one will be vector 2, y. So, vector 2x will be equal to 440 cosine of 45, and this one will be equal to 311 kilometers. So, dito nga pala sa vector 1, wala naman siyang ibang wala naman siyang vector y, vector x lang naman siya. So, ito, vector 1x will be equal to 620 kilometers. Positive kasi to the east siya. So, establish lang natin. East, positive. North, positive. West, negative. South, negative. So, ito. 620 kilometers vector 1x and vector 1y will be equal to 0 kasi wala naman siyang y movement. So, next is itong vector 2y natin. This one will be equal to 440 So sine of 45 degrees. So this one will be 311 kilometers. So sine kasi opposite siya ng 45 degrees. So next, we have here sa 550. So red yung ginamit natin kanina. Gamitin na lang natin dito is itong purple. So project lang natin. So somewhere right here. And then, so ito will be our vector 3x and this one will be our vector 3y. So dito ko na lang sulat. So vector 3x will be equal to, so ang direction niya is to the east, or sorry, to the west. So to the west siya, westward. So dapat negative. So negative 550. So ang vector 3x ay nasa adjacent nung angle na 53 degrees. So ito ay cosine. Cosine 53 degrees. Sorry, wala tayong degrees dun sa nauna. So 45 degrees ito. Hindi ko nasulat. So next, vector 3x, solving for vector 3x, we will get negative 439 kilometers. Next, we have here vector 3y. So 3y will be equal to, so southward siya, south yung direction. Nga pala, dito nalimutan ko sa vector 2. Negative to, negative 440, negative 311 kasi southward yung kanyang direction. So sa vector 3y, we will get southward will be negative 550 cosine of, sorry, kinopya ko naman na siya. So sine of 53 degrees kasi nasa opposite siya nung angle na 53 degrees. So opposite niya ito. So this one, calculating for it, we will get, sorry, mali ito. This one will be 331 dapat to. And this one will be negative 439 kilometers. So cosine 53 we have 331 and then sine 53 550 multiplied by sine 53 we will have negative 439 kilometers. So pwede na natin isolve yung VRX. So VRX will be equal to V1 x plus v2x plus v3x and then vry will be equal to v1y plus v2y plus v3y. So solve na natin. So vrx will be equal to, so vector 1x will be, ang given was 620 kilometers. So huli na natin sulat to. So 620 plus vector 2x was 311. So positive siya. And then vector 3x was negative. So plus negative 331. So yan. And then vector ry, vector rx will be equal to, so calculator natin to, we will get 600 kilometers. So next, we solve for vector ry. So for vector ry, we have vector 1y was 0, vector 2y was negative 311 plus vector 3y was negative 439. So solving for vector ry, we will get negative 750 kilometers. So vector r, the magnitude will be equal to square root of 600 square, which was vector rx, plus negative 750 squared. So nasa loob ng square yung negative sign niya. So magiging positive din siya. So vector r will be equal to, so calculator natin, vector r will be equal to 960 kilometers. So ang kanyang direction will be equal to tangent theta of, so vector r y, so v ry over v rx. So vry was negative 750 kilometers over 600 kilometers. So so theta will be equal to arctan of negative 750 over 600. So this one will be equal to negative 51 degrees. So 51 degrees, so negative siya, meaning from the x-axis, mula dito sa x-axis, kanyang direction ay pababa. So 51 degrees. So ang ating vector r, ang total displacement will be equal to 960 kilometers. So 51 degrees in this direction, or it may be written as 960 kilometers, 51 degrees south of east. So ito yung ating final answer. So next we have kinematics equation for projectile motion. So memorize nyo na lang ito. Ito yung mga magagamit na formulas in solving for projectile motion. So dito, given yung para sa horizontal motion, ito lang yung mga equations niya. So Vx is equal to Vxo, x is equal to xo plus Vxo multiplied by t. And then for vertical motion, so ang Ax dito, assume na wala siyang horizontal acceleration. And Vx is constant para sa equation na to. And para sa ating vertical motion, ang assumption is ang Ey is negative g, which is constant. So meron tayong note dito. So may notes tayo na if y, wait lang. Right. So may notes tayo dito na para sa vertical motion na equations. So if y is taken positive downward, the minus sign in front of g becomes plus sign. Pero sa para sa mga solutions nyo sa ating mga problem sets, quiz, and sa exams, ang assumption nyo palagi, ito yung ating mga directions. So, positive in this direction, positive in this direction, negative, and negative for this direction. So, to the right will be positive, to the left will be negative, upward directions will be positive, and downward directions will be negative. So, downward movement or displacement, negative. So, palaging negative yung G ninyo dito. So, ayun, let us try to solve some projectile motion problems. So, ito lang yung mga formulas, i-memorize nyo na lang. Kasi yung sa formula na ano medyo madami pa sila. Pero ito yung mga usually na nagagamit sa projectile motion. So, may notes pala dito, if the projection angle theta O is chosen relative to the x-axis, then Vxo is equal to Vo cosine theta O, and Vyo is Vo sine of theta O. So, ito, kapag yung projectile ninyo ay hindi horizontal yung movement, pag say for example, ang movement niya ay may angle theta daw with respect to the x-axis. So, ito yung ating x-axis. So, pag may angle theta with respect to the x-axis ang kanyang Vxo, so ito yung ating x component. Vxo will be equal to Vo. So, ito yung ating Vo. So, Vo. Vxo will be equal to Vo cosine of theta original or initial. And then, Vyo will be equal to Vo sine of theta. So, initial theta. So, now we have here the example on solving projectile motion problems. So, a movie stunt driver on a motorcycle speeds horizontally off a 50-meter high cliff. How fast must the motorcycle leave the cliff to the top of the cliff to land on level ground below 90 meters from the base of the cliff? So, where the cameras are. So, in this problem, we ignore air resistance. So, we have here the figure. So, for this problem, consider natin itong base ng cliff na level ground. So, dito natin lalagay yung point of 0, 0. So, 0 dito yung x and 0 dito yung y. So, never mind this. So, plus y and plus x in this direction. So, meaning, itong 50 meters will be positive sa ating equation. Hindi dito yung point of 0, 0 natin. Dito tayo magbe-base ng 0, 0 sa baba ng cliff, sa level ground mismo. So, ayan. Tingnan natin yung mga given dito. So, given is yung una. So, XO. So, nasa yung X direction, displacement is equal to 0 kasi nandito siya sa dito. So, 0 yung X direction. And then, YO, so origin Y is equal to positive 50 meters. So, nasa taas siya nung point of 0 natin. So, point of origin is dito. So, nasa taas siya. So, positive 50 meters. And then, we have here the displacement x. So it will be displaced 90 meters to the right. So 90, or final location in the x-axis will be 90 meters to the right from its original position. So hindi siya yung displacement niya. So next we have here y. Sorry. So y will be final position niya in terms of y component will be 0 kasi nasa ground level na siya, which is 0. So ano pa yung ating given? So acceleration of y will be gravity negative g. So negative 9.81 meter per second square kasi nasa SI yung mga given natin. And then Vy O is equal to 0. So wala siyang vertical velocity. So ayan na lahat yung ating given. So una, let us try to solve for gaano katagal bago siya mag-land. So, gaano katagal yung kanyang pag-fall. So, to solve for that, we will use the formula y is equal to y of O plus initial velocity of y multiplied by time minus 1/2 gt squared. So, given dito na yung Vy of O or yung initial velocity in terms of y is 0. So, 0 itong part na to. So, substitute na lang natin yung mga given. So, y is equal to 0 pa. So, 0 din to. So, yo at negative 1/2 gt squared lang. So, 0 is equal to yo was 50 minus 1/2 multiplied by g, 9.81. So, wala na yung negative natin dito kasi nandito na siya. So, gt squared. So, sinosolve natin yung time niya bago siya mag-fall dito sa ground level. So, time will be equal to, solve nyo na lang, calculator nyo na lang. So, time will be equal to 3.19 seconds. So, alam na natin kung gaano katagal siya bago siya mag-land sa level ground. Next, we may now solve for the velocity para mag-land siya 90 meters from the base of the cliff. So, we will use the formula x is equal to xo plus vxo multiplied by time. So, ito lang naman yung formula natin sa projectile motion sa mga x-axis. Yung isa is yung wait lang. Yung isang formula was Vx is equal to Vxo. So, dalawa yung formula lang sa horizontal motion. Sa vertical motion is meron tayong tatlong formula. So, ito. So, alam natin yung time. So, 3.19 seconds. And alam natin itong x is 90 meters and itong xo is 0. So, substitute lang natin. So, 0 ito. So, we have here x is equal to 90 is equal to Vxo is yung sinosolve natin na horizontal velocity as he leaves the cliff multiplied by the time which is 3.19 seconds. So, Vxo should be equal to 28.2 meter per second. So, ito yung dapat yung velocity niya para mag-land siya 90 meters from the base of the cliff. So, nandito daw kasi yung mga cameraman para makuhanan siya ng magandang anggulo. So, ayun. So, that is all the examples. Thank you for listening.